Manila.
Okay. It was a little bit overwhelming.
What was?
My first day. It's a lot of information. Yep. Yes. Yes. So there's not going to be anyone in the witness stand, so that seemed like the right place for it.
Okay. Hello.
Are we ready?
Is there a clock in the courtroom? Yeah.
Please rise. Superior Court for the State of Washington is now in session. The Honorable Mary Sue Wilson presiding.
Good afternoon, everybody. So great to see all of you here who are able to join us in the courtroom as well as on Zoom today. Please be seated. Court is now in session. Oh my, we have 144 Zoom participants. That's fabulous. Welcome to Thurston County Superior Court and welcome to this wonderful day, the swearing in ceremony for Judge Indu Thomas. It is my great pleasure and honor as the court's current presiding judge to preside over the beginning of the ceremony. I am so excited to welcome our newest judge colleague to our bench. I want to begin by welcoming Commissioner Indu Thomas, soon to be Thurston County Superior Court Judge Indu Thomas, and her immediate family, her husband, Sam, her son, Abishai, and her mother-in-law, Mary Thomas, who are here in our courtroom today. Welcome also to Commissioner Thomas's father and mother, Reverend Uman and Leela Thomas, who are joining us today on Zoom. There are so many other friends and family and colleagues who are joining us today in person and over Zoom. We are so glad that you have all been able to join us today. All right, I want to begin now to introduce other judges who are here in our courtroom, including retired judges that we are so excited to have, as well as judges that are on the Zoom. And I apologize in advance if I leave somebody out. I want to start by our retired judge, Paula Casey, who's here in the courtroom. Justices Steve Gonzalez and Deborah Stevens from our state Supreme Court. Judge Rebecca Glasgow from the Court of Appeals. Commissioner Jonathan Lack from King County Superior Court, formerly Thurston County Superior Court. Commissioner Nate Cordacray from Thurston County, and Commissioner Rebecca Zinn. Our judges of the Superior Court, Judge Sharonda Amamillo, Judge John Skinder, Judge Chris Lanise, Judge Chris Schaller, Judge Jim Dixon, and Judge Carol Murphy. Welcome to all of you who have joined us. I think what I'm going to do is indicate the list of people who indicated they would join us, and I hope that you're here, and I don't want to leave anybody out, and I can't see the whole list of everybody, so I'm just going to go through those folks that we hope are joining us today, starting with judges and then elected officials. From the Supreme Court, Justice Charles Johnson, Justice Barbara Madsen, Justice Susan Owens, Justice Cheryl Gordon McLeod, Justice Mary Yu, Justice Raquel Montoya Lewis, and Justice Helen Whitener, retired Justice Fairhurst, and retired Justice Alexander. From the Court of Appeals, Judge Applewick, Judge Mann, Judge Andrus, Judge Bowman, Judge Chun, Judge Coburn, Judge Dwyer, Judge Hazelrig, Judge Lori K. Smith, Judge Barellen, Judge Lee, Judge Cruiser, Judge Maxa, Judge Eric Price, we hope that you're out there, Judge Valjerzik, Judge Warswick, Judge Pennell, Judge Sidaway, Judge Fearing, Judge Lawrence Berry, Judge Stab, Judge Hirsch, we hope that you're here joining us today, Judge Tabor, Judge Wickham, Judge Pomeroy, Judge Strophe, Judge McPhee, Judge Bershauer, Judge Sutton, Judge Doran, and from Municipal Court, Judge Scott Alf. From a retired district court, Judge Sue Dubuisson. From our district court, Judge Sam Meyer, Judge Kayla Wilcox, and Judge Brett Buckley. Now, I hope I didn't omit any judicial officers, and please accept my apology if I did. In terms of elected officials, we hope Commissioners Ty Menzer, Commissioner Carolina Mejia, and Commissioner Gary Edwards joining us today. We hope that we have Coroner Gary Warnock, Sheriff John Snaza, I know I see Prosecutor John Thunheim, Clerk Linda Enlow, Auditor Mary Hall, Assessor Stephen Drew, and Treasurer Jeff Gadman. Appointed directors, I hope that we have joining us today, Dennis Osorio, Jenica Moshtu, Jennifer Walker, Joshua Cummings, Kurt Hardin, Leah Landon, Maria Aponte, Marianne Clear, Megan Porter, Nicole Miller, Ramiro Chavez, Robin Campbell, Shelley Slaughter, and Patrick O'Connor. So please join me in welcoming all of our judges, elected officials, and appointed directors. Welcome. From 2018 until earlier this year, I had the privilege to serve at Family and Juvenile Court. Before 2018, I knew Commissioner Thomas by her outstanding reputation, but I did not know her work and her personality up close and personal. During my 3 years over at Family and Juvenile Court, I got to know Indu as a friend and colleague, and I got to know so much more about her. She was instrumental in bringing her creativity and thoughtfulness to the task of the court responding to the pandemic. She helped us figure out new ways to hold court, including designing and troubleshooting so many parts of the court using new systems and new technology, always keeping her eye on the ball of supporting access to justice and good, meaningful hearings. Indu's also a person who at the court is the leader in keeping our workplace beautiful and trauma-informed, which helps all of us support each other's emotional and mental health. Because, you know, at the court, we're often called to work on sad or otherwise difficult cases. Indu has led the art committee for many years, bringing the work of professional artists and aspiring young artists to the courthouse, and taking the lead on keeping our office space sustainable with the beautiful greenery and colorful flowers that are always surrounding us, and that she makes sure they stay alive. While I was at FJC, I saw up close and personal how hard Indu works, how much she cares about everyone on the team and about each and every participant in our cases. I saw her strong commitment to justice and her never-ending commitment to education, including her own. I look forward to hearing the remarks from the other people who have joined us today, and I don't want to steal their thunder, but it is certainly my great honor and pleasure to be the first person to begin commenting on all the special gifts and talents that Commissioner Thomas will bring to the court in her new role as Superior Court Judge Thomas. All right, so next up, Commissioner Thomas has invited her pastor of 7 years to give an invocation. Pastor Peter Perry, welcome to our court, and please lead us in an invocation.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I would like to invite you all to join me in a time of prayerful centering. O Holy Presence, we call you by many names, and we are hopeful that in some mysterious way you know our names as well. Faith in all its beautiful manifestations beckons us down through the ages and across cultures to live as our highest and best selves. Faith calls us to be at least as concerned about our neighbors as we are about ourselves. Faith calls us to strive always to be just and compassionate and merciful. Faith calls us to see the best in others, even when those others have broken covenant with the laws and norms of our human institutions. O Holy One, we have created our laws rooted and grounded in the belief that we can all lead better lives when we are covenanted together in relationships which strengthen the entire community. We are grateful today for the courts of this county and all the courts of law across the land. And we pray for all judges and court workers who seek every day in living out their callings to make our community and our world a better place. Especially today, O God, we give you thanks for Indu Thomas. Holy One, we are grateful for all of the mentors and teachers and examples who have guided her to this day and this investiture. We are grateful for her hard work and study and years of experience. And today, as Commissioner Thomas assumes this new office, may she be guided by your goodness and your holiness. May wisdom fill all of her judgments. May her decisions always be made with a confidence that is built upon a foundation of compassion. When she is struggling to know what to do, give her the resources to always choose the right thing to do. May she rely upon her faith in the goodness of creation and in the power of love and in the belief that there is something holy within all of us. May she seek that goodness in which the universe has been created in all of her decisions. Bless her and keep her, and may justice flow like a mighty river from her courtroom, and mercy as an ever-flowing stream from her judgments. May the light of love guide her in all that she does. In the name of all that is holy, we pray. Let all the people say, Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Pastor Perry. Next, Judge Christine Schaller, presently serving as Chief at Family and Juvenile Court and a longtime colleague of Commissioner, soon-to-be Judge Thomas, will deliver remarks. The two of them started together many years ago as court commissioners, began their relationship as friends and co-colleagues, and then have transitioned through many years of friendship, colleague-ness, and soon a new chapter. Judge Schaller.
It is an honor today to be able to speak as Indu Thomas is sworn in as the 9th judge in Thurston County Superior Court. Indu has been my colleague and friend for over 14 years. Prior to Indu starting as court commissioner, Judge Casey and I went to the legislature where she was then working to meet with her to talk about her transition as a court commissioner. I was kind of nervous because she was going to be my new partner at work, and we did not know each other at all. And I thought it was really cool that she worked at the legislature. But the first thing that I remember thinking when I met her, besides how intelligent and thoughtful she was she was really tall. And I am not. But that was the start of our working together. And regardless of our first meeting and our first thoughts about each other, I soon and immediately got to know who the real Indu Thomas is. We immediately started talking and realized how similar our thoughts and our processes were, and we could tell that we were going to have a great partnership as commissioners. As we began working together, I learned that Indu is a tireless worker. She is committed to the betterment of our judicial system, and she has a passion for children and families, which is one of the many things that we share in common. The work of a court commissioner never stops. It is extremely fast-paced and challenging. The volume of documents that you read every week can be daunting. When Indu started, she jumped in with both feet and never stopped. Indu has served as court commissioner in both of the rotations, what we used to call the juvenile rotation, and also in the family law rotation. In both, she is well respected because she is always prepared and works hard to always follow the rule of law. Indu has never complained about the volume of work and all of her very early mornings to ensure that she is ready for the day. She simply has done what it takes to do the job and do it extremely well. Her work ethic is beyond reproach. And Indu is so inspiring. I honestly do not know how she does all of the things that she does. I'm only going to talk about one of her extracurricular activities, but there are many, many others, both in the legal field as well as in our community. Her commitment to improving our judicial system clearly drives her. As you know, Indu is an educator by her education and training. And so it was a natural fit for her to become involved at the state level, helping to plan curriculum to train judges and commissioners at our yearly conferences. Not only has she helped plan education for our judicial conferences, but she also has presented. Additionally, Indu has been very active with our state judicial college. All new judges and commissioners at every level across the state are required to attend a week-long training. And this is what we call the Judicial College. Indu has been involved at all levels, including the fact that she was the head of the Judicial College as dean. And Indu also has presented and trained all of these new judicial officers. Amazingly, Indu has done this in addition to working her fast-paced and high-volume job as a court commissioner. So now I've told you that Indu is hardworking and that she works long hours and that she is committed to the education of judicial officers throughout our state to help improve our system of justice. But she also has a passion for children and families. Indu has worked tirelessly to improve the lives of children and families. Each of us, when we come to our jobs, we bring our values and our life experiences to the bench. And that is really what enriches each and every one of us in a difficult job that we do every day. For Indu, the importance of children and families has always started at home. Indu has accomplished all of the things that I have talked about: a successful career, amazing commitment in our community, in our judicial and legal system, while raising her son with Sam, who I say is the apple of their eyes, Avishai. She and Sam also care for their family, best daughter-in-law ever, and their family across the United States and the world, all who are probably present today by Zoom. Again, I have often wondered how Indu is able to balance so many things and so many commitments in such a remarkable and grace-filled way. Nelson Mandela said, As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And that is who Indu Thomas is, someone whose light shines brightly to all. Today it is a privilege, again, to ultimately be here as Indu is sworn in as our 9th judge. I admire you, Indu, beyond words. You have all the qualities needed to be an incredible judge because you've already been an incredible court commissioner. But more than that, you are simply an amazing person. We are privileged to have you join our board of judges. Your experience, your work ethic, your dedication to improving the judicial system, and your inherent connection to families and children will continue to serve you well as you go forward, and will enhance your ability to serve the residents of Thurston County and the entire state of Washington. Congratulations.
All right, I'm going to take a moment to recognize people I found on the list, and I apologize that I left you off, but it's a good number. And so I want to say thank you for being here, call you out, and then we'll shift to the robing. We have Thurston County Bar Association President Jeff Hulsey. We have a number of judges that I left out before, Judge Matt Williams, Judge Kristen Ferreira. We have court commissioners from other jurisdictions, Bart Vandergraft, Heather Shand, Michelle Ressa, and Paul Wool. Thank you so much for joining us. And I neglected to introduce our court administrators, Misty Robison, our Superior Court Administrator, and Ted Bryan, our Juvenile Court Administrator. And joining us from Hawaii, our former Court Administrator, Pam Hartman-Beyer. And from the Office of Public Defense, Larry Jefferson. So thank you again to all of you for joining us. Next, Supreme Court Justice Deborah Stevens, and long-term friend of Indu, has the privilege of performing the ceremonial swearing in, so that after the swearing in, we can refer to Indu as Judge Thomas. So Justice Stevens, if you'll please do the honor.
Thank you, Judge Wilson, and thank you, Indu, for inviting me. Before I call you up to swear you in, I want to just take a moment to share that for me and for many I know both on Zoom and in this courtroom, this day has been many years in the making. And I firmly believe that you were made to do this. You know, Indu and I met as baby judges. We met in Judicial College, the Judicial College that started judicial karaoke, I will point out. So a love we share. And I really came to know many of the things that you've heard described. Her incredible work ethic, incredible intelligence, guided by compassion and humility. But really, I came to know her heart. And I think that's one of the things that brought our families together as friends. And in many, many hours of Indu and I walking the track at the Y, while Abishai and my son Bob practiced with their middle school basketball team, we really came to talk about so many things that weave together the traditions that we value as human beings and the traditions that are part of our law and how those come together. And I think it's a special gift to this community to have you join the bench as a Superior Court judge. And I need an oath because we thought that was going to be here, and so I didn't bring my own copy. So we'll get that. I think of Chief Justice Roberts when he tried to wing it. I think I know the whole oath, but I might not. But I could give that a try if we don't have the oath.
Just filibuster, Justice Stevens.
I'll do that. Well, you know what? So let me just say I am so thrilled, of course, to see Sam and Abishai and to see Sam's mother Mary here. It's very special. I'm thrilled to see your parents, Indu, on Zoom, and I know this is a special day because though we can't all be here physically, we're all here together. Two things I'll tell people about Indu that you may not know. People have spoken of her nurturing, compassionate, thoughtful side, but alongside that, Indu is a serious baller. She was a serious basketball player and, competitive at the high school and college level. And yet the most impressive thing to me, besides that she could take any of this in this room, is that as a basketball player, mom of another basketball player, she never once crossed a line to criticize a coach or suggest how things must be done differently. Now, I can't say, Abishai, between you and your mom, how the conversations went, but I can say publicly, she was your role model of the parent of an athlete in that context. And I think that speaks volumes. So if I can wing the oath, I can do this if one is not forthcoming. So they're printing it out. Yes. Yeah, we had initially thought we would be signing this here. And so I should have double checked before we walked out.
Here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well then we need it anyway. I'm certainly not going to wing it.
I did bring a pen.
Standing. I'm out of idea. I will reveal too much if I say that.
I approve whatever oath you give her.
Oh, this is good. Maybe we could just go ahead and do this. I could start taking questions from the audience.
Should we wing it or should we wait?
Well, especially if we're going to sign it. Yeah.
Yes.
Would you like to introduce people? I know that's part of your remarks later,
Well,
but
that's a thing.
could
Yeah,
I
here,
could.
you should
introduce
come on
how
up.
you know folks?
That would be fun.
I could do that.
Okay, for this one.
So present physically today are my brother and his family, Anil Uman sitting in the front row, his wife Melanie, my nephew Kiran and his partner Mara, and my niece Gitanjali. And a few rows behind them is my son's beloved Colby, and she is flanked by her parents Kevin and Jean Dragon. Behind them is my dear friend, Julie Frank. And over here behind my siblings is my dear friend Harpreet, who always makes me look beautiful, and her husband, Dave. And we've got, sorry, Jim, your last name just went right out of my head. And Teresa Stahl is behind him. And here in the front row, you've already met Pastor Peter Perry, who's been my pastor for 7 years. The judges and judicial officers have already been introduced, but Craig Stevens, Deborah Stevens' husband, has been.
Friend too.
I was going to say that, has become a dear friend, and I'm so thrilled that he's here. And Judge Casey's husband, Nick Canby, is here and was such a support 9 years ago. So important. In the front row on the end here are my trusty staff who have become family from family and juvenile court. Edith Vanderwall, our chief of operations. Yvonne Pierre, my judicial assistant, and Sandy Smith, who was my judicial assistant before that. Behind them are Anna and Emil Pearson. We developed a friendship while our children were running, and we've been friends ever since. My mentor and supervisor, one of many, but supervisors at the Attorney General's office, Pam Anderson and her husband, Alan. And Skip Hauser. And on this side, in the back row, my dear friend Sharon and her husband Mike, and their two girls, June Lynn and Zellaby. And then my tribe, my yoga tribe. We've got Karen, our leader, Phyllis, my stylist, Jody, just emotional warrior and support, Christina, always challenging me to do something new and different, and my +1, and Carolyn, never tiring of a good argument. These are the people who keep me sane. I would introduce the 151 people that are on Zoom, but I am not able to take the time to do that. And the oath has arrived.
And the oath has arrived.
And I think there's now 191 fans.
Oh, wow.
Let's make sure are you on screen? So let me,
Yep, yes.
okay.
Are you on?
All right. Well, enough of me's on screen. It's more important that you be on screen. The moment you've all been waiting for. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Indu Thomas,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Washington,
and the Constitution of the State of Washington,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of the office of Judge of the Superior Court
of the office of Judge of the Superior Court
for Thurston County
for Thurston County
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. The sound effects are really good.
Congratulations, Judge Thomas. Now it's time for the official robing ceremony. So your husband, Sam, and your son, Abishai, will put the judicial robe on you. It is now my great honor and pleasure to leave the bench and invite Judge Thomas, Judge Indu Thomas, the newest judge of the Thurston County Superior Court, to take the bench and continue presiding over this proceeding.
You may be seated.
Your Honors, my esteemed colleagues, my dear friends, and my family. I've already introduced my family and I just want to take a moment to comment on a few things. My parents, Reverend Uman Thomas and Leela Thomas, are participating by video today. from Cleveland, Ohio. They immigrated to the United States with 3 small children from Kerala, India in 1974. My siblings and I grew up in farm country in the middle of America with Christian values. My parents instilled in us a love for people and taught us to strive for excellence. To this day, my siblings and I share a passion for justice, equity, and diversity in our respective fields. I am grateful that Anil and his wife Melanie, their children Kiran and Gitanjali, along with Kiran's partner Mara, are present here in person today. Rai, I think you're out there somewhere. My nephew is in Louisiana and not able to be with us in person. This pandemic has made it hard for us to travel and celebrate together, but the silver lining of it all is that we have the ability to gather together by video. My sister Udaya and her husband Miguel are participating by video. I see you. And when I married Sam, my family expanded to include another sister, Sharina and her husband Vince, who are also participating by video today. When I married Sam, Sam's parents became a second set of parents to me. And I'm thrilled that my mother in love is with us in person. My son Abishai is my pride and joy. Judge Schaller was correct. He is indeed the apple of our eyes. Thank you, Monet, for frequently making that drive to hang out with your parents, for taking the time to make life fun, for laughing with us, and for laughing at us. And to Colby, it means so much to me that you flew in today. Not today, but you know what I mean. To be here, and I count you and your parents and your sister as family. To my husband, Sam, thank you for your endless support and love. For 3 decades, you have been my rock. I am truly blessed. I have many extended family members participating today from multiple locations all over the country and the world. And I thank you all for your love and support. There are many to whom I owe so much, and without whose friendship and support, I know I would not be in this position. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. To my church family, especially the chancel choir, my dragon boat mates, my yoga tribe, and many others who transcend categorization. My dear friends, you keep me singing. In this pandemic time, when we mourn our past traditions and ways of being with one another, I am especially grateful for the calls, the emails, the texts, the video chats, and small gatherings. You keep me sane. To my colleagues and coworkers at Family and Juvenile Court, thank you for your tireless work for children and families of this community. You have made coming to work every day a joy. To my commissioner colleagues, past and present, it has been my privilege to be in the trenches with you, and I applaud you as you continue to work for our community. Judge Wilson, you presided over these proceedings with your usual grace. And of course, you spent so much time with me today, preparing me for the work that is to come. Thank you. Judge Schaller, first a colleague, then a mentor, and always a friend. You touched me with your words in presenting me today, and I thank you. Chief Justice Gonzalez, thank you for your persistent and unwavering encouragement. You are very much a significant part of the reason why I'm sitting here today. Justice Stevens, I am so honored that you administered my oath today. Thank you for nudging me and pushing me with elegance, grace, and clarity of purpose. For those who do not know, well, you all know now, Justice Stevens and I attended Judicial College together, oh, so many years ago. Well, maybe just a few years ago, which led to us being carpool moms together and becoming friends. And our families became friends. And for that, I am grateful and thank you for your presence here today. During my first year of law school, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg was sworn in as a justice of the Supreme Court of the United States. In her speech that day, she said, "A system of justice will be the richer for the diversity of background and experience. It will be the poorer in terms of appreciating what is at stake and the impact of its judgments if all of its members are cast from the same mold." To the judges who appointed me in 2007 and who are all retired now, Judge Richard Cork Hicks, Judge Rick Strophe, Judge Thomas McPhee, Judge Paula Casey, Judge Christine Pomeroy, Judge Gary Tabor, Judge Christopher Wickham, and Judge Ann Hirsch. Thank you for your confidence and courage in choosing to cast from a different mold and appointing me as the first person of color to serve on this bench. I appreciate your support, guidance, and tutelage throughout all of these years. While he was already retired when I was appointed as a commissioner, I thank you, Judge Burschauer, for your support, guidance, and excellent example. Shortly after my appointment as a court commissioner, I had the opportunity to speak to Justice Mary Fairhurst in person. I commented that in watching her climb the ranks at the AGO and celebrating her election to the Supreme Court, she was an inspiration to me. Without hesitation, Justice Fairhurst responded, "Indu, you are in the same position now. Always know that there are young people watching you from afar and for whom you are an inspiration." I have treasured these words and acted on the advice. To my new colleagues, while the pandemic environment has been an impetus for groundbreaking changes in the methods by which the work of the court is executed, the volume of the work of the court remains. I am excited to learn from you and work with you to administer justice promptly and to ensure access and fair treatment to the people of Thurston County. Finally, I thank Governor Jay Inslee for appointing me as the 9th judge of Thurston County Superior Court. I pledge to work diligently to justify the trust and confidence that the governor and his council have placed in me. As I look out at this group of people who are so dear to me, whether you're on video or in this courtroom, I am overwhelmed, and I thank you for being here and celebrating this moment with me. So traditionally, we would have a reception, but COVID prohibits that. And so I will simply invite all of you to greet us at the door. If you'll give me just a moment to get to the door, I would like to greet each of you as we conclude these proceedings. But officially, it is my privilege as a judge of the Superior Court of Thurston County to call my very first recess. This court shall be in recess.
Woohoo! Way to go! Woo! We love you! Woo! Yeah, baby!
I guess I can be at ease.
Happy day.
Excellent job. It is stressful.
Oh, yes, I know. He actually.
Hi, Mary. It's so good to see you. Blessings upon you. What a great day.
Thank you for.
I tried. I'm giving the so I made it to kept a little bit of faith in it.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was. Well, you all have a great celebration.
Hi, Ryan.
Hey, how are you?
We're happy to be
Anju, where's Anju?
What it all went up very good. Where was it? He was in Boston. We flew to Boston. So
Picture notes.
here.
You were using
That is your daughter.
In your life, you're really good at.
But never that far. We've all been on the West Coast. California, Arizona, Alaska. But they're doing great. They're not going anywhere.
I don't know.
Elizabeth told me that's a little bit more. And the plan is leave Boston.
Every day.
Oh, yeah, good plan.
Hi, guys. How are you?
After party.
Hi, Auntie, Uncle. Hi, little Auntie.
No, I don't think they get the. Oh, yeah.
Oh wow, Joe Papan, Susan Mama. Wow, Molly Auntie. Dilesh. Dilesh is you have to press the side arrow, Dad. Press the side arrow. You can see other people.
Yo. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe. Down to 35. 91 to 35.
Hey, Udaya.
Hey.
Hi. Made it.
I have to turn on my G.
Hi, Monet.
Hey.
I wonder if they're gonna come talk to the video people.
I think I can hear Dad's voice.
You got a big mouth, man. Hey, Vijay.
Hi, Uncle. How are you?
Hi, Monet.
Oh, really?
Yo, what time is it there?
Yeah.
Started at 4:30
Wow.
morning, early morning. Now it is 5:30.
അവര് രാവിലെ എഴുന്നേക്കുന്നവര്.
Okay.
Anytime.
Hey.
Where is our fearless leader?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Please order rubber stamps.
He
already has just because of
Talking.
Can you see me?
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're gonna shut it down now and say goodbye.
Congratulations, Indu.
Hi, Andrew. Congratulations.
Love you.
Based on how you play.
Congratulations. They're so big.
Thank you so much.
Kids are so big.
Congratulations, Judge Thomas.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Hi, I can see you now. Hi, Mama.
Hi.
Hi, Sus Mama.
That's all.
Judge McCullough, I see you. Thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I love you all.
Take care, everyone. Love you.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Everyone else got it.
Oh, yeah. Wait. That's only this one. Oh, you were saying something?
Yeah, Joe Coppin.
I saw Joe Coppin. I said something. I saw him. Can you see us now? But we have to get people out.
Wait, get him on. He's tired.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, how are you guys?
Are you busy?
Yeah, I've been busy with school.
Okay.
Yeah. How have you guys been? How is it in?
Go and get a haircut,
Is it in
man.
Cleveland?
Cleveland is good. Go and get a haircut.
Yeah.
I'll give it to
Yeah, I know. It's something wrong.
We can hear you.
You talking to me, Dad? Okay, money.
Okay. Okay. Love you both. Bye.
Yes, we did.
Convertible, white leather interior. Oh my gosh. It was beautiful. I'm sure you showed it all.
I know you. That doesn't matter.
Well,
Keenan. Yes.
Go ahead. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Have a nice day. Thank Yeah, a lot of times, like, we had teachers, we had one.
We're gonna still do that picture up on the bench.
Oh, yeah, right.
We almost jumped.
Can you grab the photographer? John, can we get you to get a picture of the?
Oh, yes. Right.
Oh, you know what? Can we stand at the podium?
Oh, yeah.
Like we were actually really doing it? Okay.
Oh, yes. Next. That'll be next. There's a request.
Yes.
Over here.
You know what? Let me just move this.
Oh, yeah.
Watch your step. Lift your feet up.
All right.